Sandy here tonight at training ahead of the AGM on Thursday. It's been a wee while since we've had a kind of squad update. I don't know if maybe want to just give supporters a kind of rundown on how you're feeling going into the kind of final run-in.
Yeah, it's been a interesting period of time since Christmas. And I think obviously at the moment we're obviously not going to win the league this year, that's for sure. So the plan, the focus for the last week has been on planning to do the best we can this year, building a foundation to look to see where we are next year. And I think it's only fair to mention a lot of the players that have left the club and the players that have come into the club, and that's part of my job, is to try and kind of balance the squad, trying to make it as beneficial as we can, and produce the best football we can. So just to kind of cover it a wee bit, there's been people in and around. Albion Rovers are always going to be a club where if you want to make a lot of money, you're not going to make it here, but what you get here is a platform where you can sell yourself to bigger and better clubs than yourself. And I think it's a good starting point is actually talking about the lads who have left really since Christmas. And you look at Joe Bevan, obviously an incredibly good player for us. Great move to Burnley. There's no way I could hold Joe back, and we've got a decent deal financially from that. The quicker he gets in Burnley's first team round about that, then the better. We'll get a bit more money. That's a good part of the deal to have. Sean's obviously left to go to East Kilbride. Again, I can understand why. Sean's contract was up in the summer. I tried my best to get him to stay here for next year commit, but obviously he's been made a better offer, and the fact that the club managed to get some money for that is a bonus, and I think that's me doing my job as best I can. So those two leaving are a disappointment because they're great players, but we've got a financial reward for it, which is great for the club ongoing. Look at other people that have kind of moved on as well. Devin McCall just went recently on loan to Camelin. Wants to play games, totally understand that. Rightly so. Tyler Denham went back to Livingston, exactly the same situation, wanted to play games, couldn't get enough time with us. Reece Patterson going to Shots, another one who exactly the same boat. They wanted to play games, they wanted to stay with us, but I can't guarantee everybody or anybody a game really. The one that's a slight disappointment for me was Callum Wilson, who left about a time ago. Callum, was having issues getting himself fit enough to play in our team. He's a good player, but couldn't get in our team because of fitness levels. He told me he was really kind of fed up with football and wasn't happy that he wasn't playing, and would I let him go so he could go and play, his words with his mates and his uncle's team down the park. I just wanted the lad playing football. If he doesn't want to be here, then fair enough. But there was nobody more surprised than me when he signed for a League One club not long after it. So take what you like out of that. He wasn't good enough because his fitness levels to play in our team, so I didn't see him as a loss, and that was a bit disappointing for me the way that worked out. On the other side of that, coming in the way, we've recently brought in 3 lads on loan, Aaron Quigg and Ethan from Kilmarnock, who have both done exceptionally well, and Callum Hanna from Wraith Rovers, and the 3 of them have been, I've enjoyed working with them. Young, enthusiastic players with a bit to offer, and I think they've helped the team ongoing. So that's been the reasons and the way it's worked out. And this is going to sound daft, but we're not really missing Joe or Sean, and that's no having a dig at them. That's the fact that we've brought in different types of players who offer different types of ways to play, and the lads coming in have certainly been a big plus for me.
And obviously, just finally, talk about this season running. What's the goals going into that final period? It's just, as you said, to finish as high up as the table as possible.
Yeah, we're going. Up until Saturday, we'd only lost one league game this season, and you don't need to tell me how disappointing Saturday was. Edinburgh Uni deserved lots of credit for winning the match. We were hugely disappointing, but that happens with football. Every so often you get a big hiccup, and that was certainly one as far as I'm concerned. But it's how we react after that, and it just shows me that I've actually, I think, agreed with a lot of our players to stay next year, and that's that's a bonus, and I need to try and improve the squad, and Saturday kind of proved to me that I need to look at some different types of players in different positions to give us more of a chance next year. So that's the plan. We're using the rest of this season to build a foundation. I know the players I want to keep. I've been talking to some players out with the club as well, with a view to coming to us in the summer, and hopefully that'll come to fruition as well, and we can all look forward to a good end of the season, win as many games out of the 5 we've got, and build well and look forward to next year.
And just finally, obviously, when you were at East Stirlingshire, I can remember you said that the Lowland League was new to you, but certainly you've had a kind of full season now just about at Albion Rovers, and you've certainly learned a lot about the other teams and what kind of threats they pose and how you win matches in this league.
Yeah, it takes us a certain type of, not a certain type of player, it's a good level of player to win games in this league. If you look at our games all through the season, there's not one you can say this will be easy, and we've made it hard for most of the teams that we've played against. So every game is tight basically, and you need a wee edge, you need a certain type of quality to make sure that you're maybe managing the games better. And when you look at the teams who are above us in the league, they're all good teams with reasonably big budgets. The one team that I'm really impressed with, as to the fact that they're there, is Cumbernauld Coles, because they're probably around the same as us budget wise, maybe even a bit less. I'm not too sure on that one, but they've done incredibly well, and credit to every player of that club.